It is 10:05. Good evening. I'm Patrick Walker. Voter turnout for the municipal elections, the second lowest in the last 20 years, but it's all over now. Total turnout, 8.8%. Total election day turnout, by the way, 2.6% today. So overall for this election, 8.8%. Boulder City had the highest with 33.7%. Everyone else in the 7.5% to 8.5% range. All right, let's take a look at the numbers now that we have been gathering from throughout the evening. And here is what they are showing. Let's show you the first races that we were tracking here in the city of Las Vegas. We had some close ones. And let's see if we can show those to you now. We are first looking at Las Vegas Ward 3. This was a very hotly contested and highly talked about race. This one came down to 5 votes. Olivia Diaz coming out on top, 1,016 votes. She got just under a third of the vote, 33.15%. Yes, we're going to the hundredths of a percent. It was that close. Melissa Clary was in third place until the last set of returns came in at 100%. She has 866 votes. That is 5 better than former Congressman Ruben Kihuen. So Diaz and Clary move on to the general in June. Now over in Las Vegas Ward 1, Brian Knudsen has just under 27% of the vote. Robin Meunier at 20% of the vote. They will move on. David Marlin took third place with 17%. In North Las Vegas Ward 4, Richard Churchio, the incumbent, will face a runoff, but had a rather decisive lead at 45.6%. Pete Shields, coming in second, will also move on to the general. In the race for Las Vegas mayor, this one was over right away. 83.5% for Carolyn Goodman, defeating Phil Collins and others. And then some of the other races that we have been looking at tonight. Las Vegas Ward 5, the incumbent Cedric Creer, who took that seat in a special election. He moves on with, retains his seat, just under 60% of the vote. In North Las Vegas Ward 2, the incumbent Pam Goins Brown, she retains the vote, retains her seat with 85% of the vote. Also another blowout that we saw in Ward 2 in Henderson. 2 of those races not even close. This one just under 83% for Dan Shaw. Also in the 80s over in Ward 4 in Henderson, just shy of 86% for Dan Stewart. Other election results from Henderson. Judgeship up. Mark Stevens retains his seat. That's a 6-year seat, 71% of the vote over Regina McConnell. And in Henderson Ward 1, Michelle Romero, a longtime city employee, gets 60% of the vote, wins the seat outright, so she will join the city council. And in Boulder City, a tight race for mayor. This one came down to 56 votes, separating the incumbent Rod Woodbury and the challenger Kiernan McManus. McManus, one of 2 councilmen, newly minted councilmen, challenging Woodbury. So McManus, Woodbury go to the general in June. And the city council field, 2 seats are elected at large. And since we did not see 50% in either of those 2 seats, 4 people will move on. So Peggy Levitt, the incumbent, moves on with a quarter of the vote. Claudia Bridges has just over 17%. James Howard Adams at 16.8%. And then Rich Schumann at 15.22%. The incumbent hangs on to go to the general election coming up in early June. And I believe that is all the results that we have for tonight. So stick around for 8 News now at 11. We will have complete election coverage. You'll hear from Oscar Goodman talking about his wife's victory tonight, as well as others. Full coverage on the 11 o'clock news, and we'll have a full recap on Politics Now this weekend. For now, I'm Patrick Walker, 8 News Now.